Hey, good evening, everyone. Last class we are discussed about depending on line voltage, number of discs are assembled as string, and each disc acts as a capacitor and is called mutual capacitance. Pin and cap joint form a capacitance with earth to tower pole, and it is called as shunt capacitance. And due to the leakage current from pin of the suspension insulator to earth tower or pole. So, in this class, we are discussing about methods of improving string efficiency. So, already we are discussing about the voltage equation and improving string efficiency. So, methods of improving string efficiency and problems are above methods. So, need of arching horns and God rings. So, in this class, we are discussing about methods of improving string efficiency, problems on string efficiency, and how to improve the efficiency of string. Need of forcing horns and God rings. Potential distribution across each disk is not equal. Maximum potential appear across the disk which is near to the conductor. So string efficiency is reduced. So methods of improving string efficiency is depends on the value of K. K is equal to shunt capacitance by mutual capacitance. So its K mainly depends on the value of K is mainly depends on string efficiency. So if the K value is less, the string efficiency is increases. The K value is less, the string efficiency in the potential across each disk must be equal to. In practice, it is not possible. The potential across each disk must be equal. So I already told that in suspension insulator there is each disk containing 11 volts, 11 kV. So that must be equal, but in practical it is not possible. It is possible to reduce the difference in voltage across each disk. It is possible to reduce the each disk of the voltage. So what is string efficiency means? String efficiency is equal to spark over the voltage for insulators, that is phase voltage by number of discs into maximum voltage at the disk. So the efficiency is equal to M is equal to mutual capacitance by capacitance to ground, and it is also possible by reducing the differences in leakage current through each disk. It is also possible by reducing the difference in leakage current through each disk. So from this the value of K is depends on string efficiency, right? So the reducing the difference in leakage current through each disk. So methods of reduce the shunt capacitance value and grading the insulators and providing static shield. So methods of improving string efficiency is nothing but it has been seen that the potential across the string of insulators is not uniform. The performance of a string depends on the value of M or K. If M is increased, the division of voltage becomes more equalized. So if M is reduced, the efficiency will be increased. When M is small, the top units are performing very little work, and adding units has very little effect on the voltage across the unit adjacent to the line conductor. Therefore, for better performance, it is essential to equalize the potential across each insulator of a string. So the methods are: first one, by eliminating the ground capacitance, means shunt capacitance. First one, the reducing the shunt capacitance value, or by eliminating the ground capacitance. by grading of the units or grading of the insulators, and by static shielding or guard rings. We are using guard rings. And first one, reducing the shunt capacitance value. So in this method, the ground capacitance relative to the mutual capacitance is made as small as possible. So the mutual capacitance will be small, thus M is increased. If the M is increases, K is decreases. K is decreases, efficiency will be increased. So if M is increases, the efficiency will be increases. For this, long cross arms must be used, which is not practicable. So for this, we are using long cross arms. The maximum limit for M is 10. So maximum limit for M is 10. So if the maximum efficiency will be 100%. So by increasing the cross arms length, we are improving the string efficiency. So the gap between earth tower or pole and joint of two suspension insulators increases in figure. So shunt capacitance value reduced. Shunt capacitance value will be reduced. K is decreases. If the K is decreases, the string efficiency will be increases. The string efficiency increases. So when C1 is less than C, C is equal to C1, C2, C1, right? By increasing the cross arms and the string efficiency increases. C1, C2, C3 and C4. C when C1 is less than C, so I1, I2, I3, I4 values are almost negligible. So in this, the values I1, I2, I3, I4 will be reduced, negligible. So when compared to these, the currents will be very small. So we are neglecting. The current through the each insulator will be series. The current through the each insulator will be series. The potential across each insulator is almost equal. So E1 is equal to E2 is equal to E3 is equal to E4. So because of the currents, same current, so the voltage also same. The string efficiency is increases in cross arm length and increases the capital cost of the main disadvantage. So when these currents in reducing shunt capacitance method, the cross arm length should be increases. If the cross arm length is increases, what will happen is the current through the discs I1, I2, I3, I4 are compared to total current will be very less. So we are neglecting the each element. So each current will be same, and the potential across each insulator is almost equal. So when the currents are equal, the voltages also, potential across the capacitance also equal. So string efficiency increases. The increase in cross arm length increases the capital cost of main disadvantage. So it is main disadvantage. So I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3 is equal to I4, and E1 is equal to E2 is equal to E3 is equal to E4. And the grading of the capacitors. Grading of the insulator. So different capacity of discs are designed. Different capacity of discs are designed. The capacitance of the bottom disc of the string is more as it approaches the top of the string. Capacitance of each disc decreases in figure, right? So the voltage is inversely proportional to the capacitance. The voltage is inversely proportional to the capacitance. And to improve this improves the string. The major disadvantage of this method is that the different capacity insulators to be stored for maintenance. So in grading of capacity, the different capacity of discs are designed. So each insulator should be very different. The capacitance of the bottom disc of the string is more as it approaches the top of the string. Capacitance of each disc decreases. So by increasing the capacitance of the lowest unit and decreasing the progressively with that of other units, the voltage can be equalized. The effect is to reduce the voltage across the lower units and to increase the across the top units. So lower unit, bottom of the disc should be more and the top unit will be less. By correcting grading of the capacitance, complete quality of voltages can be obtained. So the neglecting the capacitance between metalwork and line conductor. Metalwork and line. The major disadvantage of this method is that the different capacity of this method is different capacity insulators to be stored for maintenance. So here the CS, these are the, so these three are equal capacitances. So here these are three are different capacitances and different voltages. So C1 is greater than C2, C2 is greater than C3. Similarly E1 is less than E2, E2 is less than so E3. So CS is the shunt capacitance and C1, C2, C3 are the mutual capacitance and each disc. So the shunt capacitance K is equal to CS, that is shunt capacitance by mutual capacitance. Shunt capacitance by mutual capacitance. Shunt capacitance by mutual. K is equal to CS by C1. So CS is equal to K into C1. So in this, the shunt capacitance these three will be equal and these C1, C2, C3 are different, right? So in this case, so grading of the insulator. So apply Kirchhoff's law at junction A. Apply Kirchhoff's law at junction A, that is nothing but grading of the insulators. Grading of the insulators. So in this case, so here the mutual capacitance across the pole to earth should be equal. So C1, C2, C3 are different and the voltages across C1, E1 and E2 and these three will be C. So in this case C1 is greater than C2 is greater than C3, but E1 is less than E2 is less than E3. So K is equal to CS, shunt capacitance, by C1, that is mutual capacitance. Mutual capacitance is nothing but the grading of the insulators. The grading of the insulators is right. Applying Kirchhoff's law at junction A. Junction A is nothing but this. This is the junction A and this is junction B. This is the junction C. And here the current is I current. Here the current is I1 and this current is I2 and this current is I3. This current is I and this current is I. So junction J to junction at junction A, apply KCL, that is I2 is equal to I1 plus small I1, capital I1 plus small I1. So what is I2? I2 is equal to WC to E is equal to WCS into E plus WC1 into E. So here it is the across the E1 voltage, and I2 is the total current. So from this WC to E is equal to WCS is equal to K into C1 plus WC1 E. So WC1 is the common, K plus E. WC to E is equal to, here it is into E, that is WC2 into E is equal to WC1 into E, that is 1 plus K. So C2 is equal to K into C1. So C2 is equal to C1 into 1 plus K. C2 is equal to C1 into 1 plus K. And next, apply Kirchhoff law at junction B. This I3 is equal to capital I2 plus small I2. So here I3 is equal to I1 plus small I2 plus capital I2. That is WC3 into E is equal to WC2 into E plus WCS into E plus E. So WC3 into E is equal to WEC1 into 1 plus K. C2 is nothing but C1 into 1 plus K plus WCS into 2E. So from this C3 is equal to C1 into 1 plus K plus 2C1K. So C3 is equal to C1 plus KC1 plus 2KC1. That is equal to, so here, so C3 is equal to C1 plus KC1 2KC1. That is equal to C3 is equal to C1 plus 3KC1. So C3 is equal to C1 plus 3KC1. So C3 equals C1 into KC1 plus 2KC1. So problems to improve the grading of the capacitance. A string of 3 insulators is to be graded to obtain uniform distribution of voltage across the string. Uniform distribution of the voltage across the string. If the capacitance of the top unit is 10 times the capacitance of capacitance to ground of each unit, determine the capacitance of the remaining 2 insulators. Right. So a string of the 3 insulators is to be graded. So in this second method, grading of the insulators, so only the problem is based on the grading of these insulators. A string of 3 insulators is to be graded to obtain uniform distribution of voltage across the string. If the capacitance of the top unit is 10 times the capacitance to the ground of each unit, determine the capacitance of the remaining 2 insulators. the capacitance of top node is 10 times the capacitance of the ground of each unit, determine the capacitance of remaining two insulators. So in this, the shunt capacitance Cs is equal to C, and the mutual capacitance of the capacitor is top insulator C1 is equal to 10 into C. So mutual capacitance is equal to 10 times the capacitance of the ground of each unit. So C1 is equal to 10 into C. So number of insulators in string N is equal to 3. So number of insulators N is equal to 3. So here K is nothing but Cs by C1. K is nothing but Cs by C1, that is C by 10C, that is 1 by 10, that is equal to 0.1. And similarly, so C2 is equal to, in this grading of the capacitors, so C2 is equal to C1 into 1 plus K. C2 is equal to C1 into 1 plus K. That is C1 is equal to 10 into C into 1 plus K means nothing but 0.1. So C2 is equal to 10 into C plus 0.1 into C. 0.1 into 10. 0.10 into 1 into 10 means 1 C. So 10C plus 1C, that is 11C. C2 is equal to 11C. And similarly C3 is equal to C1 into 1 plus 3K. C3 is equal to C1 plus 3K C1. 1 plus 3. So C3 is equal to C1 into 1 plus 3 into 0.1. So C3 is equal to C1 plus 0.1 into 3, 0.3 C1. So C3 is equal to 1.3 C1. So C1 is nothing but 10 into C. So 1.3 into 10 is 13C. So C3 is equal to 13C. C3 is equal to 13C. So here we are finding the values of determine the capacitance of the remaining insulators. That is C1 is equal to 10C, C2 is equal to 11C, and C3 is equal to 13C. And providing static shield. So improving the method, that is last one, the providing the static shield. That is a metal ring or rod is fixed at bottom of the disc. A metal ring or rod is fixed at the bottom of the disc, which is near to the conductor as shown in figure. So in this case, so we are a ring system is fixed with the bottom of the conductor. The ring is maintained at the line potential. The shape of this ring is such as that it forms a capacitance with metal of the disc. The current passing in each disc becomes almost equal. The potential across each disc becomes almost equal. So here, see here, this is the a metal sheet is connected between the bottom of the conductor, that is known as shielding rod. So in this case, the mutual capacitance is, that is C1 equal C1, and all the three capacitance should be C1. But in shunt capacitance, that is CS, CS and CS. The current will in shunt capacitance, there is I1, small I2, small I3. In mutual capacitance, capital I1, capital I2 and capital I3. So in this, the even the almost equal distance should be equal, potential difference should be equal. So in this case, see here the at point A to shielding rod is, that is n minus 1 into E, and the point from point B, that is n minus 2 into E. Similarly, it continues the question, that is n minus 3 into E, like that. The providing static steel and apply at junction A, apply Kirchhoff law at junction A, that is similarly I2 is equal to I1 plus capital I1 plus small I1 minus Iy. See here in the previous diagram, Iy is nothing but at point A, that is the junction here, the current entering into this Iy at point A. So that is I1 is equal to that is capital I1, capital I2 is equal to capital I1 plus small I1 minus Iy. Capital I2 is equal to capital I1 plus small I1 and Iy. So here the entering currents are I2 plus Iy is equal to leaving currents are I1, capital I1 plus small I1, right? So I2 plus small Iy is equal to capital I1 plus small I1. So from this, capital I2 is equal to, see in previous slide, see here at this point these currents are leaving and these currents are entering, right? Here the pink currents are entering and these currents are leaving. So in this case, capital I1 is plus small I1 is equal to capital I2 plus small Iy, right? So these two currents are leaving and these currents are entering. So leaving, if applying Kirchhoff law, so from this we get the value of I2 is equal to capital I1 plus small I1 minus Iy, right? So I2 is equal to capital I1 plus I1 minus Iy. That is I2 is nothing but WC1 into E, that is equal to capital I1 means WC1 into E, because all E voltage should be equal. So WCS into E small I1 is equal to minus small Iy is equal to WCy into n minus 1 into E, right? So Iy is current is n minus 1 into E. So in this WCS into E is equal to WCy into n minus 1 into E. Here these two gets cancelled. Here these two gets cancelled. So WCS E is equal to WCy n minus 1 into E. So in this W is common, so W gets cancelled. CS is equal to Cy into n minus 1. CS is equal to Cy into n minus 1. So from this, Cy is equal to CS by n minus 1. Cy is equal to CS by n minus 1. And similarly, applying Kirchhoff law at junction B. Applying Kirchhoff law at junction B, that is equal to, at point B, that is capital I3 is equal to capital I2 plus small I2 minus Ix right. So at the junction B, the shield rod is Ix, so I3 is equal to I2 plus I2 minus Ix. Similarly, apply the WC1 into E is equal to WC1 into E plus small I2 is WC into 2E, WCS into minus WCX into N minus 2 into E. So here these two gets cancelled, right. So WCS 2E is equal to WCX N minus 2 into E. So in this WE is gets cancelled. WE and WE is gets cancelled. It is 2 into CS is equal to CX into N minus 2. So in this CX is equal to 2 CS by N minus 2. So equation 2. So in the both the cases we get the values of CY and CX. So as per Kirchhoff law, at any junction in the string, the shunt current must be equal to current passing through the shielding rod to junction. That is, to maintain equal potential across each insulator, the current passing through them must be equal. So for this, to maintain the equal potential across the insulator, the current passing through them must be equal. As per Kirchhoff law, at any junction in a string, the shunt current must be equal to the current passing through the shielding rod to junction. The capacitance between shielding rods to junction is Cp is equal to P into Cs minus R minus P. That is, Cp is equal to Cy is equal to Cs by N minus 1 and Cx is equal to Cs by N minus 2. The Cz is there, so 3 conductors will be there. That is 3 into Cs by N minus 3. So that is the formula for direct Cp is equal to P into Cs by N minus P. It is not possible to bend the shielding rod into a shape that the capacitance is Cp is equal to P into Cs by N minus P. So in practical, up to some extent, the string efficiency can be improved by connecting a shield rod. So here it is the second example. This each of 3 insulators forming a string has each of 3 insulators forming a string has self capacitance of C farad. The shunt capacitance of each cap of insulator is 0.25 C. Each insulator is 0.25 C to earth and 0.15 C to line. 0.25 C to earth and 0.15 to line. Calculate the first one, voltage distribution across each insulator as a percentage of line voltage to earth, right. voltage distribution across each insulator as a percentage of line voltage to earth. And next one is string efficiency. So each of three insulators forming a string has self capacitance of C farad. The shunt capacitance of each cap of insulator is 0.25 C to earth and 0.15 C to and the calculate the first one voltage distribution across each insulator as a percentage of line voltage to earth. That is means we have to find the values of E1, E2, E3. So number of insulators is 3 insulators. So E1, E2, E3 and string efficiency. String efficiency nothing but E phase 2 by number of insulator, that is 3 into E3. Maximum voltage should be E3. The given data is the mutual capacitance C is the shunt capacitance is CS is equal to 0.25 C. The shunt capacitance CS is equal to 0.25 C. The capacitance between junction to line is that is Cx is equal to Cy is equal to 0.15 C. So the shunt capacitance of each capacitor of insulator is 0.25 C to earth and the line to is 0.15 C. The capacitance between junction line is Cx or Cy is 1.5 C. Shunt capacitance is 0.25 C. So here see in the figure capital I1, capital I2, capital 3 all the mutual capacitance and small CS are the capacitance to shunt to earth. There is small I1, small I2, small I3. So we have to find the values of E1, E2, E3. Right. So applying Kirchhoff law at junction A. Applying Kirchhoff law at junction A, that is equal to capital I2 is equal to capital I1 plus small I1 minus Iy. So that is Wc into E2 is equal to Wc into E1 plus Wcs into E1 minus Wcy into E2 plus E3. Wcy into E2 plus E2. E2 plus E3 is nothing but, so the voltage across the voltage across the junction, the voltage Iy current is the voltage is E2 into E3. So that is Wc into E2 is equal to Wc into E1 plus W and Cs is nothing but 0.25 C minus W into 0.15 C into E2 plus E3. So that is Wc into E2 is equal to Wc into E1 plus 0.25 C 0.25 into E1 minus 0.15 into E3 minus 0.15 into E2. So similarly Wc gets cancelled. E2 is equal to E1 plus 0.25 into E1 minus 0.15 into E3 minus 0.15 into E2. So even add E1, that is E2 is equal to 1.25 into E1 minus 0.15 into E2 minus 0.15 into E3. So that is E2 is equal to plus 0.15 E2, that is equal to 1.25 into E1 minus 0.15 into E3, that is 1.15 E2 plus 0.15 E3 is equal to 1.25 into E1 in equation 1. Similarly apply junction at B, that is equal to I3 is equal to capital I2 plus small I2 minus Ix. So I WC E3 is equal to WC E2 plus WCS into E1 plus E2 minus WCX into E3. That is WC into E3 is equal to WC into E2 W into 0.25 C into E1 plus E2 minus W into 0.15 C E3. This WC into E3 is equal to WC into E2 plus 0.25 E1 plus 0.25 into E2 minus 0.15 into E3. This so that is 1.15 E2 plus 0.15 E3 is equal to 1.25 E1. So that is equal to minus 1.25 E2 plus 1.15 into E1 E3 is equal to 0.25 into E1. That is equation number 2. So apply from these two equations we get the values of E1 or E2 or E3. So solve this equation 1 and 2 and multiply divided with 0.15 into equation 2 and 1.15 into equation 1. 0.15 into equation 2, 1.15 into equation 2. So we get the E3 will be gets cancelled. So that is 0.15 into E3 equation 2 and 1.15 into equation 1 we get cancelled. So E3 will be cancelled. So it is equation minus 0.1875 E2 plus 1.15 into 0.515 0.1725 E3, that is 0.25 into 0.15, that is 0.0375 E1, that is equation 2, and multiply equation 1 will multiply with 1.15 1.15 1.3225 E2 plus 1.15 to 0.15, that is 0.1725 1.15 to 1.25, that is 1.4375 E1. So from this solving equation E2 will be gets cancelled. So notation change and E3 will be cancelled. That is minus 1.51 E2 is equal to minus 1.40 E1. That is minus 1.51 E2 is equal to minus 1.40 E1. So E2 is equal to minus gets cancelled, 1.40 by 1.51 E1. So E2 is equal to 0.881 E1. Similarly, so substituting E2 value in equation 1. So E2 is nothing but 0.881. It substitute equation 1. 1.15 into E2 is nothing but 0.881 into E1 plus 0.15 into E3 is equal to 1.25 into E1. That is equal to multiply 1.15 into 0.881, that is 1.0132 into E1 plus 0.15 into E3, that is equal to 1.25 into E1. So that is equal to 0.15 E3 is equal to 0.2368 E1. So 1.25 minus 1.0132 E1. So that is 0.15 E3 is equal to 0.2368 E1. So E3 is equal to 0.2368 by 0.15 E1. So E3 is equal to 1.5787 E1. So E2 is equal to 0.881 and E3 is equal to 1.5787. So we know already E phase is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3. E phase is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3. So E phase is equal to E1 is nothing but E1 plus E2 is nothing but 0.881 E1. E3 is equal to 1.5787 E1. So E phase is equal to 3.4597 E1. E phase is equal to 3.4597 E1. So E1 is equal to 1 by 3.4597 into E phase, that is equal to 0.289 E phase, right? 0.289 phase, that is 28.90% of the line to earth. So this by 100, that is 28 into 28.9% of line to voltage to earth, line to voltage to earth. Line to voltage to earth. So next, so E2 is equal to, that is 0.881 E1, that is equal to 0.881 into E1 is equal to 0.289 E phase. So that is E2 is equal to 25.46% of line to earth. Similarly, E3 is equal to 1.5787 E1, that is equal to 0.456, that is equal to 45.60% of line to earth. Line to earth. Next, string efficiency. String efficiency is equal to E phase by 3 into E3. Maximum number of string efficiency is E phase voltage by number of discs is 3 and maximum voltage is E3. So E phase is equal to E phase 3 into E3 is nothing but 1.5787, that is 3. E phase is equal to 3.4597 by 3 into, so E phase is equal to 3.4597 E1, 3.4597 E1 by 3 into E3. E3 is equal to 1.5787 E1. So E1 will get cancelled. So string efficiency 3.4597 by 3 into 1.5787, that is equal to 0.7305. That is 73% of the string efficiency. 73% of string efficiency. Next, horsing horn and grading or shielding ring. So horsing horn is fixed on the top of the string as shown in figure. The grading or shielding ring is fixed at the bottom of the line. Guard ring should be bottom of the line and horsing horn should be top of the line. In the event of flashover, an arc developed between the horsing horn and grading ring. In the event of flashover, an arc is developed between the horsing horn and grading ring. So insulator string is protected. Here this is the horsing horn at the top of the line. These are the string insulators. The bottom of the line is called guard ring. This is the conductor. So these are string insulators and conductor. These are the guard rings and these are the horsing horn and guard ring. So horsing horn is top of the conductor and guard ring should be near to the conductor, bottom of the conductor. So in this class we are discussing about methods of improving string efficiency methods and horsing horn and guard rings. Methods of improving the string efficiency and reducing the shunt capacitance value, and grading of the insulators, right, and providing the static shield, providing the starting shield, and arcing horn and grading or shield ring. So these are the problems. Each of three insulators forming a string has a self capacitance of C farads. The shunt capacitance of the connecting metalwork of each insulator is 0.2 C to earth and 0.1 C to the line. Calculate the voltage across each insulator as the percentage of the line voltage to. So in this problem we have to find the values of applying junction at J, that is I2, and similarly I3. So we get the equations, solve these equations, we get the values of E1, E2, E3. From this E1, E2, E3 we have to find the values of percentage voltage across each insulator as percentage of the line. So from that we have to find the string efficiency. So in this class we are discussing about that is methods of improving the string efficiency and arcing on and God rings and different problems on string efficiency. Right? Thank you.